It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon, folks. It is Friday, and what an absolutely beautiful Friday it is here in downtown Richmond. I'm Michael Watkins here with you for your daily community briefing, live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9, here on our newscast today. We've got some coronavirus news for you, the numbers for Madison County, and an updated map, finally, by the COVID-19 website to give you the current incidence rate. The numbers continue to look grim for the state of Kentucky. Plus, we have an interview with Lori Tatum Murphy from Richmond Tourism about the All-A Classic, a huge event that takes place in Richmond and brings in lots of economic money for the city of Richmond. We'll give you an update on that tournament here today on the Daily Community Briefing, live right here on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV. Our newscast today brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Get your power equipment ready for spring at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop's service your mower, located on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're brought to you by Affordable Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. And Mountain Adventures. Get everything you need for your next family meal at Mountain Adventures. They've got everything you need, like fruits, vegetables, and locally produced meats, located at 70 River Drive in Irvine. In our lead story today, a former Berea teacher has now been sentenced after pleading guilty to child pornography charges on Thursday. 49-year-old Larry Dale Foley was sentenced to 360 months in federal prison following his guilty plea. Court records detail that the case came about after a tip was submitted to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children showing a blog Foley owned had distributed 46 images and 2 videos of child pornography. Officers conducted a search of Foley's residence and seized electronic devices that contained child pornography before his eventual arrest and holding in federal custody. In his guilty plea agreement, Foley admitted to creating videos and still images with a female minor that were later on his devices and distributed. However, the FBI reported that the images did not contain students from Foley's former workplace, the LaFontaine Preparatory School. Foley was a part-time teacher at the time of his arrest and previously taught 3rd through 5th grade social studies. Under federal law, Foley must serve 85% of his prison sentence, and upon his release, he will be under the supervision of the U.S. Probation Office for life. Well, on December 11th, January back-to-school update, this coming from the Estill County Board of Education, students, parents, and staff. It appears that the governor's office, KDHP, KDE, and various advisory groups is nearing a plan to return to in-person classes on January 4th. As communicated at our last board meeting, if there is an agreement and we have met all safe at-school guidance as well as other conditions, Estill County Schools will return to in-person classes on that day. The staff workday scheduled for January 4th will be moved to a later date. We will need to see the exact language in the new guidance next week, but at this time, our goal will be 1. Preschool students at South Irvine will return to the 4-day week schedule with Wednesdays set aside for students needing additional help and staff planning. Number 2, students in grades K through 5, Estill Springs and West Irvine will return to the classroom 4 days per week, with Wednesday being set aside for students needing additional help and staff planning. If we are restricted due to current COVID data, we will resume our hybrid A-B schedule. And then number 3, students in grades 6 through 12, the Estill County Middle School and High School, will remain on the hybrid A-B schedule during the month of January, with a plan to return to 4 days per week as soon as possible based on COVID data. I hope this information will allow our families and schools to start making the necessary arrangements to welcome our students back to begin the new year. They will update everyone next week when final guidance is released, and that's coming from the Estill County School Board. In the Madison County School Board meeting this week, Madison County School Superintendent David Gillum told members the district has taken steps to prepare for the COVID-19 vaccine to come to Madison County. Superintendent Gillum reported he and other superintendents across the state spoke about vaccine distribution with Governor Andy Beshear in a conference call, telling them to prepare an extensive distribution of the vaccine across all districts. Also discussed was the possible continuation of in-person learning following winter break. Gillum said that they are awaiting word from the governor for the requirements regarding in-person learning and expect to have more information next week on their decision. Well, Grand Hanukkah menorah brings light and hope to Richmond amid pandemic. Shabbat of the Bluegrass is lighting up one of 15,000 public menorahs worldwide, bringing a message of light and hope, Richmond, Kentucky. Shabbat of the Bluegrass will light a public menorah placed at the Madison County Courthouse on December 11th, the second night of the 8-day holiday. While the scope of the ceremony will be limited amid the ongoing coronavirus emergency, the lights will shine forth as brightly as ever. Throughout the pandemic, Shabbat has been on the front lines of providing social, humanitarian, and spiritual support to people across central Kentucky. The COVID-safe menorah lighting is the latest of many innovative programs created in response to these unique times. One person was killed this morning following a wreck where a pickup truck collided with a tractor trailer in Scott County. Police responded around 5 a.m. to Leestown Road where the crash occurred. Following a preliminary investigation, officials report it seems the driver of the pickup truck was heading east on Leestown Road and then crossed the center line, hitting the tractor trailer head on. At this time, it is unclear whether drugs or alcohol was a factor in the deadly collision. The driver of the pickup truck was taken to the University of Kentucky Medical Center, where he later died. His identity has not yet been released. The driver of the tractor trailer was uninjured. It's now time for our first commercial break, folks. We appreciate you being with us. When we come back, we've got those coronavirus numbers for you, and we'll tell you how many states are in the orange and how many are in the red. That's coming your way next on your daily community briefing. We're live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV, Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvine. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvine, or like them on Facebook.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small two-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off exit 97 in Richmond. Your daily community briefing brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635.5 Big Hill Avenue. Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. We're also brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. They have the best aftercare in the business when every detail counts. Remember, Davis & Powell Funeral Home, and Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Gather up your children's clothes this weekend and get ready to take them over to Always Growing Children's Resale Store. They'll buy your children's gently used clothes every Tuesday and Thursday. Looking at the state map of Kentucky and those counties that have the current incidence rate, as of today, only one county remains in the orange for that current incidence rate. That's Menifee County, who's been hanging on strong for about the last week. Menifee County has had the lowest current incidence rate in the state. They are at that mark again today as the only county left in the orange. Their current incidence rate today in Menifee County at 22. Madison County today, looking at their numbers, there were 62 new cases reported with 835 active cases now. So as people start to get over the virus and get healthy again, more new cases continue to develop here in Madison County. The current incidence rate today is 78.4 here in Madison County. Looking at some of the surrounding counties, Rockcastle County at 78.7, Garrett County at 77.6, Jessamine County at 61.8, Fayette County just a tick above us at 78.7, and Clark County at 55.9. One county we've continued to keep our eye on has been Estill County. They are right next door to us as well. Estill County's current incidence rate remaining relatively lower than everybody else at 40.5 today for them. It's now time to get a recap of that governor report from yesterday. Here is WBON-TV's Ron Likens.
It appears the spread of the coronavirus might be slowing down. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear announced that there were 3,481 new cases, bringing the state total to 209,136 confirmed cases. As of Wednesday, there were 1,792 hospitalized, with 412 in ICU and 211 on a ventilator. The positivity rate is a little lower at 9.23%. Like a lot of other people, Jessamine County resident Darla Nagy didn't believe in COVID-19. Matter of fact, she called it the political flu.
Before all this, I really thought COVID-19, I called it the political flu. I thought it was a lie. I just thought they were throwing numbers out there for people to be scared and stuff. And it's not a lie, people. It's real. It's real.
Nagy was found unresponsive November 14th by her family. She spent a week in a coma and on a ventilator, and although she's home, there are still problems.
The first night I got home, I got in a shower. I sat there for over 2 hours because I couldn't remember which way was hot and which way was cold. So it's been a struggle, but I'm alive. And I'll heal. The Lord's brought me this far. Apparently my job's not done yet.
Doctors are calling Nagy's recovery a miracle. From the Channel 9 newsroom, I'm Ron Likens.
Special thanks to LEX18, our media partner in Lexington, for the story out there on the woman from Jessamine County and her recovery process. Look at some of these bigger numbers throughout the state for that current incidence rate. Metcalfe County at 102.1, Whitley County at 113.1. We've got Simpson County at 116.9, and Ohio County at 102.4. Also, Gallatin County up in the 100s at 135.3. So as the coronavirus numbers and the positivity rates seem to go down, it still seems like the statewide numbers continue to go up, but now with only one county remaining in the orange in Menifee. EKU has had a number of cases throughout the university as well. There have been 474 total cases of the coronavirus within the university, but only 31 are active. 443 have recovered, and 180 residential students have had the virus, 222 non-residential students, and 59 employees have had the virus. If you or somebody you know has symptoms of COVID-19, or you just want to go get a test, there's still time today to do so. You can head over to the Richmond White House clinics up there behind the Outback Steakhouse until 5:30 today, or at Lancaster Garrett County Health Department until 5 p.m. This is all courtesy of the White House clinics, proudly offering community drive-up COVID-19 testing again this week. No out-of-pocket cost. They just ask that you bring a photo ID and insurance card if you have one. It's now time for our second commercial break, folks. We appreciate you being with us here on this Friday. It's a total team effort here on the WBON TV newscast each and every single day. Gwendolyn Morton and Austin Hanks, Gage Hill, all of our producers helping produce the show. Marissa Hempel, our news director, putting the show together. And I'm Michael Watkins. Appreciate you tuning us in each and every single day here for your daily community briefing for Madison and other surrounding counties. When we come back, we'll hear from Lori Tatum Murphy. One big thing that happens here every single year in Richmond is the All-A Classic, a basketball tournament that brings teams from the entire state of Kentucky right here to Richmond. It's a big economic boost for the city, but with the coronavirus, it's going to look a lot different this year. We'll get an update from Lori on the All-A Classic when we come back on your daily community briefing live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Mountain Adventures is a new, unique store open in Irvine. They have both fruits and vegetables from local farmers and from farmers around the state. Stop in and see their huge selection of bananas, oranges, watermelons, plus potatoes, corn, green beans, and so much more. Mountain Adventures has also teamed up with Two Farms Meat to offer Estill Countyans a place to get your meats and all the other fixings, plus jams, jellies, and they also offer gift baskets. At Mountain Adventures, located at 70 River Drive in Irvine, or like them on Facebook.
Can you get into your doctor's office the day you call? The best medical practitioner is there when you need them. At White House Clinics, all patients get easy VIP access to exceptional care. Right now, White House physicians are accepting new patients in Jackson, Madison, Estill, Rockcastle, and Garrett counties. Go to whitehouseclinics.com or one of our 9 state-of-the-art facilities to request a new patient appointment.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Affordable Service Solutions is the heating and air company you want to call when you want the work done right the first time for an affordable price. That's Affordable Service Solutions. Call Brian at 779-0122 for all your heating and cooling needs, plus Tempstar units at an affordable price. That number again is 779-0122. And remember, Affordable Service Solutions is your local Tempstar dealer.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
All roads lead to CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have the experience and knowledge to get your vehicle running at its peak performance, whether it's a small two-door sedan or a souped-up diesel truck. And with CT Diesel Performance, you don't have to worry about dealing with the big dealership prices. They will work with you and tell you what the problem is and help you find a solution. When it's time to have your vehicle serviced, remember, all roads lead to CT Diesel Performance, just off exit 97 in Richmond. Back on your daily community briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9. One of the biggest events that takes place here in Richmond is the annual All-A Classic, hosted every year at EKU. It's a big deal for the city of Richmond because it brings families and players from all over the state, both boys and girls basketball teams, here to Richmond. It's money for restaurants, for hotels, for smaller businesses like the shopping centers, and everybody is a welcomed place for the folks to attend and enjoy the city of Richmond. This year, with the coronavirus pandemic, it's going to look a lot different. I spoke to Lori, who is one of the directors of the All-A Classic here in Richmond and who is the director of Richmond Tourism, about what this year's tournament will look like. Here with Lori from Richmond Tourism. And Lori, one big thing that's on the thoughts of many folks around here in Richmond right now is the All-A Classic. We know what Governor Beshear said earlier this week about having to postpone the KTSA said about the postponement of the start of the basketball season, which puts us 2 or 3 weeks before the All-A Classic state tournament begins. Can I just dive in as to how things are looking right now for the All-A Classic that would be toward the end of January 2021?
Sure, Michael. We are in constant communication with the All-A Board of Directors and Eastern Kentucky University. It's looking right now that they're going to try their best to go ahead and keep that tournament date the same, which would be January 26th. Through the 30th. But they're doing everything that they can to try to keep things as normal as possible. It will definitely be a little challenging for all of the schools with, basically a couple weeks into their season, they'll be playing a state tournament game.
Yeah.
But I think everyone is committed to doing everything they can to be able to make this happen.
Talk about the economic impact of this tournament. I know the city really looks forward to the amount of people that it brings in. So let's talk about that first before we discuss how hard the pandemic is going to put a strain on those numbers.
Sure. The All-A Classic tournament is one of those things that we say helps get us through the winter. Richmond is a drive destination. We get a lot of folks traveling I-75 that are staying with us. And, you don't have a lot of snowbirds traveling in January and February. And this tournament gives a huge economic impact to our community. It's upwards of $1 to $2 million of economic impact that we have. So you think 32 teams from across Kentucky, plus parents, grandparents, fans, all of those folks coming into our community. And even if they aren't spending the night, eating, getting gas, shopping in our retail, it's a great boom during a time where, our local folks aren't seeing that much traffic.
So, with the pandemic already hurting small business and the restaurants and everything else here in the city, they're not going to get that same buzz or same, boom, if you will, from the All-A Classic, even if we do have the tournament. So, what are you hearing from some of those businesses about something that they may be able to do even with their normal, impact that this tournament would normally have?
Well, a lot of us have discussed trying to find ways to reach out to the fans that are coming prior to them getting to Richmond. I think Norman, one of our small businesses, I believe her brother is a coach in the All-A, and, talking about getting certain specials out to the fans that will be coming from those schools, trying to find ways to reach them digitally, and also, kind of punting and saying, here's some great things that we have to offer, and we'll make it where you can just curbside pick it up. But we're all going to have to try really hard to find new and inventive ways to reach the fans that are coming and to be able to offer them all the great things that we have, but in a safe way.
I know that the All-A Classic just recently made its way back to Richmond. Can you just talk about that and kind of the contract that is in place right now for them to stay here and when you'll be going back to the table for that?
Sure. We just finished our first 3-year contract with the All-A. Previously we had a 20-year. I guess it wasn't a 20-year contract, but they had been here for 20 years. We have another 3-year contract that will begin in 2021. So 21, 22, and 23 are already contracted. From what we hear from the All-A folks is Richmond and Eastern Kentucky University is their home. They don't have any plans to leave us. And it's one of those things that I say we really shine with that town and gown relationship. Eastern and Richmond become one big happy family that week, and it's something that I think we do really well.
Before we let you go, if somebody was interested, and I know there's volunteers needed all the time for this event, is there somewhere they could go to get involved, or is it more, people within the city are the volunteers?
Well, if they want to contact the tourism office, I will be happy to talk to them. Volunteering may look a little bit different this year as we go through the process of how we're going to do that, but we always love to hear from folks. So if they want to call the tourism office, which is 859-626-8474, we'll be happy to talk to them.
Okay, Lori, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And hopefully things will go smooth as we've got about a month and a half until the original start date of the All-A Classic. We'll stay tuned to that and get more information as it becomes available on the upcoming tournament. The end of the year is drawing closer, and you know what that means. It's time to get festive. Join the Richmond Centre on Saturday, December the 12th from 12 p.m. noon to 5 p.m. for their annual holiday event featuring a drive-through Santa, a car decorating contest, take-home crafts, and so much more. That'll be beginning tomorrow at 12 p.m. and running until 5 p.m. Again, the drive-through Santa and car decorating contest. You can meet some of your favorite holiday characters and festive toys for the kids as well. You can visit shoprichmondcenter.com for more information. The Winchester Salvation Army is in need of volunteer bell ringers. They have lost multiple school groups for 2020, so they are asking the community to help out. And if you are a business, a church, a youth group, or individuals and would like to do some ringing, you can send them an email at cox1828@roadrunner.com or call 859-437-0135. The Salvation Army will work around your schedule. Folks, we appreciate you being with us here on this Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday, same time and same place, for your daily community briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9.